Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic that we will discuss today it is the nucleic acids. So when we talk about the nucleic acids, basically these are the essential components of every living cell. All the living cells they contain the nucleic acid in them. And what are the nucleic acids? They are generally long chains molecules, and these molecules are mainly made up of the nucleotides. Likewise, when we talk about the proteins, these proteins are mainly made up of the amino acids, and when we talk about the lipids, these lipids are mainly made up of the fatty acids. So that's why here we have the nucleic acid in which it is made up of the nucleotide, and each nucleotide is mainly consist of three components. Now, what are the three main components of the nucleotides? The first one component of the nucleotide we have it is the phosphate group, in which the central phosphorus, the oxygen atoms on two sides, and the two sides having the hydroxyl group, and the one-sided oxygen is attached with the pentose sugar. So as we have learned about the monosaccharide units or the monosaccharide sugars or the carbohydrate, in which if it is containing five carbon atoms, then it is known as the pentoses sugar. So here we have the pentose sugar, which is the second component of the nucleotide. It is having five carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, and here we have carbon number 5, and along with the group hydroxyl. And then its one carbon is attached with the nitrogen of the nitrogenous bases. If we talk about the nitrogenous bases, so here mainly five nitrogenous bases make up the nucleic acids, and we have the adenine, we have guanine, we have cytosine, we have uracil, and the last one we have thymine. So these bases just made up the nucleotide. So this is a simple structure of the nucleotides. We have mainly phosphate group, pentose sugar, and the nitrogenous bases. The nitrogenous bases are of five types: adenine, guanine, cytosine, uracil, and the thymine. Then we have here the types of nucleic acids. When we talk about its types, there are two types of nucleic acids. The number one type we have its DNA, and the second one type we have its RNA. Where DNA it stands for the deoxyribonucleic acids, and RNA stands for the ribonucleic acids. DNA it is double strand, two strands are just twisted around each other. So that's why it is deoxy, and RNA it is a single stranded type of the nucleic acids. And in DNA, the four types of nitrogen bases are present: the adenine, thymine, guanine, and the cytosine. And in this, adenine combines with the thymine and guanine combine with the cytosine. On the other hand, when we have a look on the RNA here, adenine, guanine, and cytosine are present, but the thymine is just replaced by the uracil. So uracil is present in the RNA. This is the difference. On the other hand, it is double-stranded and it is a single-stranded. And in the new DNA, the sugar, pentose sugar, which is deoxyribose, it is present in DNA. And when we talk about the RNA, in RNA, the sugar ribose present. So this is the simple bases present along with their structure that are present in the nucleic acid. So here the difference between thymine and uracil between these two types of the nucleic acids. Then we have the nitrogenous bases. Basically, the nitrogenous bases are the rungs that are composed of the four different compounds. They are adenine, thymine, cytosine, and guanine, along with this backbone, which backbone is made up of the phosphate backbone or known as the phosphate group. And we have the structure of the phosphate group along with two oxygen, and this is attached with the, and we have two hydroxyl groups along with this. So this is the simple about the nitrogenous bases and the simple nucleic acid. And if we have a look at how did the DNA and RNA are interrelated to each other, then the DNA is simple synthesizing the instructions and making up the RNA, and then RNA is synthesizing or passes the information according to the coding and it changes into the proteins. So DNA converted into RNA and RNA making the proteins. So this process is known as transcription, and when proteins are formed, this is known as the translation process. So mainly nucleic acids, it is known as the hereditary material, and that hereditary material is just passes from one generation to another generation in the form of DNA from one to the other, and then the RNA is responsible for the making up of the type of the proteins in the human bodies. So this was a simple overview about the nucleic acid, as it is having two types, DNA and RNA. And the next topic we will discuss about difference between DNA and RNA, that what are main differences between these two types of the nucleic acids. And I hope you guys understand about topic, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys soon. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day and learn that topic by drawing the structure of the DNA as it is double stranded, and drawing the structure of RNA which is a single stranded.